Welcome. This is the best ICT Gold Traders channel. This is the best Gold Trader ICT's channel. This is the best ICT Gold Traders channel. Yes, that's what I meant to say. Tongue twister that one. Anyways, looks like we're back to normal, as far as I can say, normal market conditions. It's been a hectic start to the week, and we have news later. Uh, I haven't. I tried longing this in the morning during London. As you can see, I got burned. That's I got. Firstly, why did I get burned? I was obviously, honestly, overconfident with the fact that like we've just been having this choppy price action, and then we finally got displacement and and the market was starting to offer fair value. We went from high resistance to low resistance conditions, and I am bullish. The daily chart is bullish, the weekly chart is bullish, and I was just so confident that this hourly fair value gap is gonna take us higher. But Asia session. I don't know why I said Asia section. Asia session is so flexible. Like you always have to keep that in mind. Uh, I always knew. Honestly, I don't regret taking this trade at all because I was prioritizing higher time frame order flow, higher time frame PDOAs. But as we continue, I'll show you that where I could have noticed that I was offside and then entered a counter trend trade and FYI bias flip trade. I could have entered it if I saw it, but honestly, I am so bullish that I don't care about shorts. But if I saw this, I just told myself, you know what, I'm just gonna stay away from the chart and then I come back later on to see what's happening. I was just disciplined enough to go away from the charts and see what happens later. So yeah, I tried longing this. This 15-minute BC is in the hourly BC. I started by longing this in the hourly BC, and then I saw that the London session was about to open, so I was anticipating on this acting as an auto block, and then ran up, failed to inverge this, and then went down, and then I tried longing this again here on the 5 minute. I was anticipating it to inverge the fair value gap again, and then at this point London had opened, and then we just played around this area. And then my last line of defense was this wick, the CE of it, and then my stop was there. At first my stop was at the low of the hourly fair value gap, which should be somewhere here. Yeah, so you know, I got stopped. I got stopped, and that's completely fine, because it taught me something about Asia. I mean, honestly, could have I could have had like pretty much a neutral bias because I did see that Asia swept, quote unquote, the PM session high, but honestly, I wasn't looking for any turtle soups to the downside, which is possible, but I wasn't looking for shorts. It's as simple as that. That's why I didn't even think of a bias flip. So that failed. that Fair Valley Gap failed on the hourly, on the 15 minute. As you can see, PM session I swept, changing state of delivery coupled with a CB. When you see a change in state of delivery coupled with the CB, you prioritize the CB. And that combo alone is just strong, strong. And it's a good signature to see when you're looking for a reversal. I did see that, but honestly, like I said, I'm bullish. So if I was to do anything different, I was gonna enter a bias flip trade. Yes, here. The wick that I said was my last line of defense, I could have entered there and then targeted New Day opening gap, Asia low, New Day opening gap low, and last line, last target will be the sell side, PM session sell side. So I'm just gonna turn off that indicator now. See how clean this is. Yeah. And yeah, this is just pretty much as far as my executions go. But if you really want to read the order flow, we are gonna go down to the 5 minute. Uh See how we changed the state of the order block is still there on the 5 minute actually. But we had prioritized the higher time frame order block, which is the 15-minute one. So there it is. And then you see how there's an order block after trading to this CB. Yeah, the order block is right there. It's very premium. And then pushed us down. And then this inversion right there. This inversion is the one that stopped us from trading to this order block here. The inversion on the 5 minute. This. Because inversion fair value gaps ahead of order blocks are what? The order blocks. So we don't want to see price return to this order block to the CB. We stayed on the on we stayed we just ended up on the upper half. Um yeah, and London Open traded to this inversion, 5 minute CB, order block right there, coupled with this wick CE, the wick I was talking about earlier. It can get inverged. Every PDA can get inverged. So as you can see, I could have entered off of there and targeted the new day opening gap low in this sell side for a 2R just to make back for my losses and end the day green. Yeah. And honestly, I'm happy that I didn't enter the trade. I'm happy that I was disciplined enough to like just stay away from the charts after having a loss. And that's just great. But I don't regret taking that trade at all. I've learned so much. Honestly, I've been knowing that Asia can do this from my previous, is one of my models actually. It's just that I don't want to be taking shorts in a bullish market. But if we are taking out buy stops, then it's ideal to take shorts, like to have a counter trend trade, That's what I'm trying to say. But like I said, this hourly BC was everything for me. I thought it was gonna frame my whole day, but it framed me. Instead of it framing my day, it framed me. But as far as risk, man, I managed my risk very well. And I wasn't gonna be afraid to enter a bias flip trade. It was gonna be completely comfortable. I was gonna be completely comfortable with that. It's just that I chose to stay away from the chart. But as much as that, yeah, when these things happen, you don't beat yourself up. You know that there's always gonna be another bus to ride. You know that like you have to approach these type of things with boldness. If you're bullish, then stick to being bullish until price tells you otherwise. But now I'm still bullish, but now uh there's a we are there's a daily busy below, but I wanted to act as a breakaway gap on the daily. Okay, let me just go to my chart. See, we just tagged that. Just right. That's outside I was talking about. Perfect. Perfect. Algorithmic. That's great. Uh there's the daily chart. This daily BC I was talking about. I said I wanted to be a breakaway gap, but because we just got out of this consolidation after trading to this breaker, yeah, it would be ideal for it to be a breakaway gap and all, but I really don't know. We'll see. We'll see. As long as price stays on like the upper half, that's completely fine. And yeah, the huge lesson was just Asia. Be mindful of what Asia did. Asia is a very flexible session. Like even on the 5 minute, if we have a 5 minute change in state of delivery after Asia takes out a high, a session high, you always it can always like make you have like a counter trade, trend trade. And but I'd like to say before you enter a trade, ask yourself, try and feel the market. Ask yourself where is price coming from and where is it going? Like I saw that price was coming from this, but I was prioritizing higher time frame PDRA. When that got disrespected, I knew that it was gonna go for this or this. I just didn't want to be involved. For some reason, I don't know why. I didn't want to enter a counter trend. But this was a good reason. This was a good enough reason to enter it as far as my models and all. But yeah, ask yourself that. Where is price coming from and where is it heading to? Because price moves from external liquidity to internal liquidity, vice versa. Internal to external, external to internal. This is internal. It's respecting that, respected this. So where is it going for? Asia low, NYPM low. That's it. New day opening gap. That's it. New day opening gap. So after we take out all these lows, where are we gonna go? After we take out all these relatively equal lows, where are we gonna go? Hourly basic. Internal range liquidity. Simple, isn't it? Good luck, good trading. I'll see if I can catch something of this hourly BC to the downside. I like these lows. Let me see. Obviously, session low. I like that. We have news at 8:30, so we'll see.